way.
I'll have you wear you both, you dirty, dirty boys.
Wow.
As long as you bring a chocolate bar.
As long as you bring a
dirty,
chocolate
really
bar, that's what
chocolate.
Daniel wants.
We have an intro.
Wow. I'll bring my picnic.
Some say it is the sturdiest chocolate bar.
I would disagree wholeheartedly. The toffee crisp is a lot sturdier.
Worms, guys.
People give it credit for.
We talk about
Who
chocolate
gives,
up the
who gives
bums.
chocolate bars credit for strength? Apparently I do. Am I
Do you
right?
know what we had? We
Why
had
am I
a full-on
blurred out?
fallout in the flat
Why is it
because
not letting me click a button?
Pouty had an argument about what's a chocolate bar and what's not a chocolate bar.
Go on.
And Pouty claims that a Kit Kat, a normal Kit Kat,
Is
not
a biscuit?
Chunky, is a chocolate bar. Thank you.
It's both.
Pouty's
It
from
goes in
hate
your
to
biscuit
childhood,
box.
and when he asked for a chocolate bar, his mum brought him a Kit Kat, and that's why he's so hateful in life.
What's wrong with that? I don't know.
This was 2 years ago, my friend.
And he's still,
Comrade.
and he's still full on.
Wait. Explain this to me then. Why, when you go into a supermarket and something, you get a £3 meal deal. When you get a chocolate bar, it goes with
Yes,
the Kit
Finn,
Kats,
keep talking.
but not the Jaffa cakes.
Yeah, Kit Kat Chunky.
Yeah?
There's the argument ender.
Kit Kat Chunky's a chocolate
Oh,
bar.
I thought we were on about Kit Kat Chunky.
Chunky's chocolate
The
bar.
four finger
Normal
Kit Kats are also in the chocolate section.
That's very true, they are.
No, they're not. They're in
No,
the
they're in the chocolate
Yes,
section.
they are.
They're
Going
not.
to a
They're in the
newsagent.
biscuits.
Not at my shop.
They're not. The
Who
four
goes to a
fingers
newsagent?
aren't.
Do you want me-
Asda?
The four fingers. There is no biscuit section.
Guys,
with
we
a
need to do a
four-finger
trip to
Kit Kat.
Tesco now.
Are we doing a trip to Tesco?
Right now. Let's go.
Go
I'm
get
over
dressed.
the-
Healthy, it's open. Second.
I mean, that's not stop you before.
Dan, we don't talk about that on the. It's technically a statement, remember?
Ixnay on the alcohol egg.
Alcoholic.
Hey.
Nah, to be fair, the single packet of the four fingers, are with the...
This single packet is 4 packets in.
Let me start again.
A single
talking,
packet of
Finley.
4 packets of
Let me start again.
It's a taco inside a taco inside a Taco Bell.
Let me start again.
In a taco.
Right, so the four-fingered Kit Kats, yeah? Just the
Yeah.
packet of it, they are with the chocolate, but the
Yeah.
big packets that you can get multiples of them in are with the biscuits. So why is this happening?
So the biscuits.
If you were sat at home,
Yeah.
Finn, you had a cup of tea or hot chocolate, whatever tickles your pickle, and you said to your mum, pass the biscuits. And you said to your mum, pass the biscuits or pass a chocolate bar. If you said pass a chocolate bar, and if she brought you a Kit Kat with 2 fingers or 4 fingers, you'd be fuming.
No, I just eat it.
Well,
I wouldn't be
boys,
complaining
I
about
have
about getting 2
complete
fingers off
evidence that I
Leslie.
will send to the chat.
Oh, wow.
I just eat it.
There you go.
Oh, wow.
What's chat? What's
There you go.
Pouty?
The supermarkets label the four-finger Kit Kat as a chocolate bar.
He's not wrong.
Even Kit Kat call it a chocolate
Ooh.
bar.
He's got facts.
Doesn't matter what Kit Kat call it, would you?
He's
be
got the
disappointed?
facts. That's what matters right now. You
Kit Kat call it a chocolate bar.
can't go in against the facts.
That's not what I call it. It's not what the
It's a fucking biscuit.
population call it.
It's a
What the
club
fucking
bar
company
that's got
calls it, so
chocolate.
you're ignorant, bitch.
Wait. So you're saying a Bueno's a wafer?
Bueno's a chocolate.
Yeah, but it's got a wafer, so isn't it a wafer?
There's no difference.
It's not. I didn't. Whoa, we didn't say anything about wafer.
No, but that's what you're saying.
Bueno
So
is a
what's the
chocolate
difference
bar.
between it being a
It's
biscuit
about
then? Because there's no,
thickness.
yeah,
It's about
there's no
gay.
biscuit. There's no biscuit in
gay.
Kit Kat. It's wafer.
We're not saying
Nobody
about
will
wafer
guess.
though, because we said a Kit Kat Chunky.
Is
It's
a
a
chocolate.
chocolate
These
bar.
are trying to bullshit you away.
We're not.
Why did
I
they-
fully believe it.
I'm with you here, Pouty.
From the start.
I'm with you here, Pouty.
We did. We said a full-on Kit Kat Chunky chocolate bar. Rewind it.
Yeah, they did say that. Yeah, you did say
It
that.
is a chocolate bar, but the four-finger is wafer. It's not a biscuit anyway.
That's very true.
We're not bringing up wafers. You brought
We
wafers.
didn't bring up.
No, but it's more wafer than biscuit. It's more wafer than biscuit.
You did mention wafer before I mentioned the wafer. Someone
Fucking
mentioned
Bueno.
wafer. Someone called the Bueno a wafer.
I did. No.
Then you commented on it.
No. Listen.
Well, the argument is settled anyway because it's classified. As
No,
chocolate
listen.
It's
listen.
not.
bar. It is.
It's
Go
not
on,
a
Kit
chocolate
Kat.
bar.
Go
It's
on,
not a
Kit Kat.
chocolate bar.
Go
How
on,
do you
Kit Kat.
fight me? Come down the street
won't
and
fight you.
fight me.
Don't need to.
So what?
See
you
what
want
they
to say
say.
a Twix?
See what they
Is
say.
a Twix a chocolate bar?
Yes.
Yeah. No,
Twix is
no,
not
I don't. No, listen.
Twix has got
Listen.
more biscuit in it than
No,
a
but
Kit
listen
Kat.
to me.
Four finger Kit Kat.
Fourth. No, I.
So yeah, Twix got more biscuit.
So why are they
Would
both
that mean
not
it's a biscuit?
a biscuit in
What
your
I've
terms?
just said.
Right, listen to me. Listen to me.
I don't give a
If
shit.
yours
It's
Kit
over.
Kat Chunky,
Kit Kat's
Kit-
on the high ground.
No, but you're losing.
listen to me.
I'm not
Listen.
losing because Kit Kat.
See why we couldn't have this argument in the flat. He gets so aggressive.
You're the one that's saying I'm not wrong when Kit Kat is saying it's a fucking chocolate bar.
I'm saying you're getting
Piss
aggressive.
off, mystery
And you're
voice ghost on my
proving-
machine.
You're just
Die,
proving
jump in
that
the
you're getting
Guys,
aggressive.
guys, listen to me.
Yeah.
Kit Kat Chunky
Yes.
is more of a biscuit than a four-finger Kit Kat because it's got more biscuit in it.
Fuck
It's
off.
got more biscuit in it.
Whoa, I can't.
Mother
if you're gonna
Nature
say
is
this, I
pissing
can't
a
even be with you.
It's got more biscuit in it.
I can't even talk to you right now if you fully
No,
believe
I'm not
it.
saying that.
It has
You're
more
believing that a
biscuit
Kit Kat Four
more
Fingers.
biscuit.
In
doesn't
your
matter if
biscuit
it's
tin
got
at
biscuit.
home,
The four
Well-
finger doesn't have any biscuit, so why are you even?
Exactly.
putting
It's
four
more
fingers in?
wafer than biscuit.
If the Kit Kat has less biscuit.
Yeah, because just to be a biscuit, you don't need biscuit in it.
What? That makes no sense. You've just called Jaffa Cake a biscuit. You've just called Jaffa Cake a biscuit.
A Jaffa Cake's a
You've just called it a biscuit.
No, you didn't. Don't use those words.
You just called it a biscuit because you said
not called
a biscuit doesn't need to have biscuit in it. So you could call anything a biscuit.
That automatically
My fucking
means
dick.
Jaffa Cake's a
My
biscuit.
fucking dick is a biscuit.
The Jaffa Cake's a cake.
A Jaffa Cake is
No,
a cake.
everyone knows that. But Savage had just said it doesn't have to have biscuit in to be a biscuit. So I said, so why is a Jaffa Cake not a biscuit?
Have you ever had a timeout? Remember the chocolate bars, the chocolate thing?
The fake Twix.
biscuit.
The chocolate what?
Biscuit.
The chocolate what?
Biscuit.
That's a chocolate.
Cake.
Time out with
Chocolate. You
biscuit.
said chocolate bar then.
Because I've seen if you remembered.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
Sam,
Breakaway.
breakaway. What's a breakaway? Penguin. What's a penguin?
A penguin's a biscuit because that's got
Just
biscuit
loose
in.
words you're
It's a
sprouting.
Penguin's a
It's a
biscuit. 'Cause there's biscuit in.
It's a biscuit.
A penguin is a biscuit because it's got biscuit.
just-
Your argument
Kit
is
Kat.
fallen flat.
A normal Kit Kat.
Where the fuck is the baseball
is a
bat?
biscuit.
Anyone know where the baseball bat is?
Right round your bell end.
You bamda.
Did anyone watch?
I was
the previous
disappointed.
thing?
Yeah, didn't like it. I thought it was
Yeah,
going to be an
me neither.
episode.
I was saying to Pelty,
yeah.
I think it would have been better if Gilbert was the host in the character
Yeah,
of
it would have
Gilbert.
been.
Alan
so
Carr's
much
just a
better.
cunt, isn't he? Him and that Canadian
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
shithead can just piss off.
It sounded like he'd never watched the show, which really annoyed me. He was making all these lines, but he had no frame of reference, and he was dead rusty.
Yeah,
with
it
them.
was what the
didn't know how to
teleprompter
use
said, which said, insert laugh here.
He'd obviously never watched it.
No, but just think it's weird how all of a sudden that Canadian woman's everywhere with him. Is anyone else just a bit creeped by that?
Yeah, they're fucking.
But they're not fucking, but they say they're fucking. I'm confused.
Jimmy Carter.
Who's just jumped into the concussion grenade? Who's blue?
Gorbachev?
Just jumped into the grenade he threw. He was literally singing the Bruno Mars lyrics in his head then.
Because I don't want to live in a world anymore where you fingers think
I
a
can't.
Kit Kat
Yeah,
is a chocolate
I
bar.
can't believe what I'm hearing right now. I thought you had a
Well,
good
you
childhood,
fuckers is.
No, I'm on neither side in this. I just eat it. I just eat it.
Back me. Don't let these ruin you.
Finn, join our
Not even
side.
backing
We have
me. It's
biscuits.
for the good of the chocolate
No, but
world.
to be
Finn fully knows he agrees
no,
with this,
I'm on both sides
that a
here
Kit Kat
because
is a biscuit.
You're just.
it's been proved that what they said about the biscuits, the Kit Kat being with the biscuits, is true. But that's the multi packs, whereas the single packet is with the chocolate. That's why I'm confused. That was a shit throw, by the way, whoever that was.
But
Good
there's,
throw.
you also
I know.
you keep Maltesers with the chocolate bars. Is it a chocolate bar? No.
No, it's obviously
It's not a
I'd
bar.
put it in
it's
chocolate.
not a bar.
I wouldn't count it.
not-
No, but no. Malteser has more
And it's a
biscuit than Kit
It's not a
Kat.
bar. It's more a rod.
Kit Kat is
Malteser
a
has more
chocolate
biscuit
bar.
than Kit Kat.
It's connected.
So is a Malteser a biscuit?
I'd say it's more of a biscuit
it's
than
chocolate.
a Kit Kat.
It's chocolate, but it's not a chocolate bar.
It's
No, I
not a
never said
bar
chocolate
because
bar,
it's not
I
a
said
bar
it goes-
shape.
No,
Right, are we arguing pure chocolate or chocolate bar?
It's a sharer.
I'm confused.
It's not a bar.
You share your
That's
Whoa,
why
whoa,
it's
whoa, whoa, whoa.
mentioned as a
That's-
chocolate
yeah.
bar.
Whoa,
It's in at home
whoa,
and you
whoa,
chop
whoa,
it.
whoa. Pouty, no one shares their Maltesers.
That's the one I was going to question. Never seen you share
Remember
any
that
about
advert?
Who was that?
Do you remember that advert
Sure.
ages ago about the Maltesers and it was like a bit raunchy?
What are you on about?
That was a
You
mistake.
know about the one with the woman in the
I
chair?
thought that was a good idea for an advert.
I'm most worried about the Skittle advert in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It's in with a fella on the dance floor. He spun around and she broke a necklace. Oh, the deaf girl got a hearing aid.
Yeah, that was the other one I was thinking of.
Yeah, they were weird adverts.
But Callum and her stayed friends and stayed together.
It's so frustrating, this game.
To be fair, there's been some controversial trailers. I mean, look at the guy wanking off the giraffe.
Oh, if we're going to talk about
The guy wanking off the giraffe and making Skittles. No one going to question that.
He didn't wank off the giraffe and he was walking it. Very
the suicidal bit that made people not like it.
Oh, yeah.
Everything
remember
I
that?
touched turns into a Skittle.
Is it
And then he
also when you
touched
can't
himself,
hold your
didn't he, to
newborn
get
baby? Oh, wow, Skittles.
No, but why do people question that but not the Iron Brew adverts about fan name?
But they questioned
the
the
Scottish.
Skittles one.
Iron Brew, get away with it, because that sort of company.
But also the Skittles one event at the end of the advert, further on in the advert, he touches himself to get rid of himself,
Does he?
and it was like suicidal. That's why they
Yeah.
hated it. Yeah, you've never
taps
seen it,
himself.
but that was the end of the advert, which is why
That
they
was
hated it.
allowed, but the Iceland advert
wasn't-
is
they
shit.
cut that
No, but they also allowed the halftime.
It disagrees with the capitalist ideals. We've got to have them deforestation.
No, but you look at
Oh my god, these dictators.
look at the
again.
halftime Super Bowl
Don't
show.
want the trees taking
The
over
halftime
world.
Super Bowl show they had, and they showed that Skittles advert where
Play Daniel.
they're having sex on the honeymoon or something like that after they've been married, and then he starts jizzing Skittles into her mouth. That was allowed in a Super Bowl advert.
Oh yeah, no, that was Sprite.
It wasn't. It was Skittles. I'm getting the fucking video up. I've got it saved on my YouTube. It's in my favourites.
Oh no! No,
Oh my god,
no,
I've
no,
absolutely
no.
decimated you. Oh, I got myself.
Skittles advert.
Why is Finn winning?
How am I winning? I'm not even playing.
But have we all seen the finger gun Xbox trailer?
The what? Right,
No.
Daniel.
What's that?
What?
Look in the group chat, Daniel.
It's me.
I'm looking.
There you go. I'm gonna put the. I can't actually put the video. Up.
Bullshit amplifier detector. Ah, fitting. The bullshit detector.
He played at the halftime Super Bowl show.
It's why we can't have the nice things.
Yeah, there's the finger gun one.
How do we have to watch stuff now?
Don't play it down the mic. Jesus
This
Christ.
is fitting. Copyright strike.
La, 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 la. Don't tell me you've never seen that advert, Daniel.
I don't search. I don't watch food porn.
What are you on about? It was on the halftime of the Super Bowl show.
We all do. We all talked about it before.
Yeah, we did talk about you instigated it, Daniel. Technically, you were a part of that mess,
How the? I was a part of it. I was not the.
but you didn't seem like you didn't want to be a part of it, so you're a part of it.
Because I get lonely.
Someone's just put Neil Armstrong was the first person to land on the moon. Neil A backwards is alien. Dun, dun, dun.
Fatality.
Daniel, that finger banger advert, sick. sounds,
What are you on about?
sounds weird.
What?
Especially with the audio clip of
The awkward silence took volume.
I was confused.
That finger banging advert, sick.
I I'd buy that product.
I was confused what you was on about.
It was right
What
sexy,
a
that.
shot! Oh, it's ruined it.
I was confused what you was on about.
What? Why has Finn just come out with the Neil Armstrong land on the moon thing? Okay, I don't know.
I've seen it.
He's trying to bring it back to Pelty's conspiracy theory.
Pelty doesn't have a theory, don't know what you're on about.
Does Finn genuinely believe that we haven't?
Yeah,
landed
we
on
did
the
not.
moon?
So why haven't we been back before now? Like, why has it took us this
Why
many
would you
years?
go back? We are back. China are there.
No, before that. Well, you know what I mean.
I got a kill streak bonus.
It's because of the
Because
cost
why
to
would you
get
go back?
there,
There's
and there's
nothing
not.
there.
It's just it's
We'll
rocks.
build a new Earth. Who gives a fuck?
New Earth on the moon. Oh, quality.
It's
play
that
there.
simple. Let's
Quality
just
play
make
there
it.
from Fantasy.
Let's just
God
make
did it in
let's just
6
make a
days.
driveway.
I'll be able
Let's
to
make a
do
new
it in a
estate.
couple of years. Terraform a planet, yeah, something like
Yeah,
that.
there's actually like research gone into terraforming Mars.
To
The
terraform?
problem is getting to Mars. Terraforming just
Why are we
means
why are we doing Bin
melt-
Laden
melt
shit
the
on
carbon
Mars?
dioxide there. Wow, it means growing
Oh.
plants there, Finn, making it
Oh.
livable.
I just heard
I've
terror.
not seen the Martian.
Andy Robbo. How dare you?
I just heard terrorizing. That's all I heard.
No terraforming.
That makes more sense now. Oh, this.
It's terrain forming. Is that the word together?
What?
Yeah,
What?
the
What are you on
word.
about, Pelty?
Does the word derive from terrain?
How do you know the words go with alcohol?
Ha ha ha.
There you are.
I don't know what the words derive from, but it's just science, not
Terraforming.
English.
I'm guessing it's just forming terrain. It really wasn't that interesting. I wish I'd
Terra.
mentioned it.
Latin for Terranopolis.
Interesting play. Oh,
What a trick
a
shot!
who was that?
Oh my god.
Who was that?
Oh, I did just enough
It
to
was
kill
so
him.
Who
weird.
was that?
Oh, it was.
That
Wait,
was
who's
how to
red?
bend it like Beckham.
Oh, Finn's red.
I know, it's really confusing. I liked being the red one. I don't like
No, but the red
blues
one
and
always
yellows.
dies first. Have you not watched Star Trek?
I actually haven't
I've
because I'm
just
not a
also said I don't
nerd.
like the blues or the yellows. I don't like the yellows.
Yeah, well, it wasn't.
That's what's
wasn't
wrong with it.
bad
You
until
heard
you
it
followed
correct.
up on it. Wasn't bad until you followed up on it.
That's how it happened.
I think you've missed out an ingredient.
Yeah, something like that.
Started is half one.
I think we went to the moon
I don't.
because we're still on
We
terraforming.
can prove.
Big mama.
We can prove we've been to the moon.
What's your
They put
rationale for
reflective-
it not happening for?
It happened in the 70s and we've
Yeah.
not been back since in 40 years till now.
60s.
Whatever, who gives a fuck?
But do you know the
We
whole
have been-
space
we
race
have
thing?
been
Finn?
there.
Yeah, we've been there.
You know the whole space race thing where they were racing Russia to the moon?
I know that.
Russia were literally tracking the spaceship the whole way. And do you not think if they
Yeah.
hadn't made it to the moon, Russia would have brought out that they didn't
So
actually
why
make it?
was the wind moving the flag?
Talk is cheap.
It wasn't.
That's
It's
not-
just because
that's
there's
my
no
It's not
theory.
straight
gravity.
up. It's got a pole along the top.
That's
It's
my
not
theory.
a flag,
My-
a flat flag that waves
No,
up.
but the
It's a flag that's held in like an
It's
L
not.
shape.
It's literally blowing in the wind.
It's not blowing.
It's not.
It's like my majestic hair.
Because if you took a
That's my-
flag in a pole up there, because there's no wind, like you're right, the flag would just flop down. But the flag is held either side and
It's
the top.
not.
I've got one like that.
It,
The flag is held
that
by
was
the
it
top
sticking to
fin.
the pole?
Put your money where your
That's my theory. My theory is the footage is not real, but I think we went. I think they needed
Things don't-
footage to commercialize it in order to get extra funds to make it a public event, to make it look
So where did they
worthy
get
of
the
going
fake
up
footage
there.
from?
For-
Like,
This is where I
Fucking
started
hell.
thinking about it. 'Cause I started thinking about it last week
What's a
because I
kill?
watched the documentary on The Shining. There's loads of people like doing-
Shining.
Isn't
It's
that
not
the film we
space.
watched and we took the piss
No,
out
I
of it?
don't think
It's
it ever gets
made by the
mentioned.
Is that the
it's
film
made
that we
by
watched?
the director that it's the faking of the
Yeah.
films is largely linked
It's
with
actually an
him
okay
doing it
film. That.
in like Kubrick, and he was the one that was meant to be in the conspiracy theory. He's the one that was the director of it, and the whole
Okay.
the whole documentary has like there's a bit on it where it's like one of the kid in The Shining wears the Apollo jumper, and he goes into room 237, and the moon until very recently, where it's like done to the inch of the like moon surface, the Earth is 237,000 miles away. It's in room. Room is the only two words you can make with room number, with the little number sigil, is moon and room.
Moon.
And
Moony.
it's loads of different weird things like that I feel like
if you were involved in
he would
conspiracy
make
theories,
right, and there's a lot of reference him to the guy in The
How
Shining.
far away? What room was it, Pouty?
237.
The moon
237
is
miles away.
239,000 miles away.
Yes, and that 2 miles. 2,000 miles out. 200 miles?
2,000 miles difference.
Yes, but that's
I'm
only
just
from very
thinking, say
recently.
if you've got the
It's
like
just like
conspiracy attention, wouldn't you put them tropes in to get people to go, oh yeah, that's definitely like a confirmation.
Not really.
So
You
Making
wouldn't
more hype
not
around
play
the
on
film.
that publicity.
His career
not-
would have been hit with that as being an issue. He also had to keep that very quiet, and the scenes in the film where it's
So
like,
why would
it
you
presents
put in
Jack, the
blatant
main
Easter eggs that
guy,
he's done it?
saying you don't know what it is to like sign a contract, how to be worthy and loyal to my employers and stuff like that, and it's meant to be how like the director is like struggling to keep this from affecting his family and his work or whatever. But that's where it started, and then I looked into it more, and it's like,
How's The Shining got you on the
like a
moon?
soundstage. There's lots of stuff like Finn said with the flag and stuff like that makes the footage look like it could have been sped up or anything. The footage just looks kind of
Fucking
shoddy
dodgy.
nowadays, but it looks like it could have been faked, and it's like bang on to when it was meant to be aired on Earth, and it's like right there and then for the planet. And
Did you-
every other
What do you mean-
every
what do you
other
mean right
lunar
there and then
event
for the
or any
planet?
other time where we've gone into space, it's nowhere near got as much coverage as that, even though we'd been into
Yeah,
space
because it was
before.
the very first time.
Even though we've had Apollo 13 where they were stranded in space, nothing got more attention than that one. And that's the one they've got the most footage on.
Because they
Where they've
landed
done
on
it
the moon.
inside the ships and stuff like that, where the ship looks further away from the moon and shit like
The
that.
whole
I just
space
think
race
that's
was
very
to
possible.
beat Russia to the moon, though. So why would
Yeah,
you
the
not
reason there was-
publicise
I
the
think
There
living
they
wasn't as
did.
shit
much
out
I
of
think
it?
they did.
publicity of. There wasn't as much publicity of getting to space because Russia won to space.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not.
Russia beat
nearly
us to
true.
space, so
Yuri
why would we
Gagarin,
publicise it?
wasn't it?
Yeah, but
So it was Yuri's
that's
son,
an
yeah,
earthly
yeah.
matter. Why that they still publish it, Neil Armstrong? That is a well-known thing across the
Do
whole
they?
planet.
I haven't been to school
Yeah,
in Russia.
Did you go
I
to
haven't
Soviet
been to
Russia
school in
schools?
Have you not?
Yeah, I've been.
Because if
All I'm
you
saying,
think about
all I'm
North
saying is,
Korea,
like, it's
North Korea think
so
they were the
likely.
first to land on the
It's
moon.
more likely that they would fake it than make it real footage, because it's impossible to relay that back. How the hell did they have the cameras, equipment fitted and
We
charged?
need a longer game for these podcasts, you know.
They
And
knew they
everything,
were
that
going.
is the
They had
stuff
time to
that-
plan it.
Back then, they would not have prioritized that over getting there in the speed for the Russians.
They would have, because
it's just like everything that fits into place. That footage could easily been highly confidentially faked, and not because they don't want to make it look like we haven't gone, but it's just so that there is something for the media to publish and say and all
But
that
why
kind of
would you? Why would if you think they've gone to the moon anyway? Yeah, you think they've
Yeah.
gone to the moon? Why would they
Yeah.
not just record it instead of going through all the effort to fake it?
Because everything could have been broken. You don't know whether it's going to pick up. You don't. It's the way that happened for like the nine, like it's prime time in the evening television for America, and they happen to be landing at that exact moment, and the cameras are on. The cameras have survived the trip. There's no
But with
nothing
America's
broken in the
time
filaments of the
zones,
cameras for the
it
speed they've
wouldn't
had
have
to
been
reach at.
prime time.
Exactly, Daniel. The time zones cover about 12 hours in America. Could have been any time of the day, and it's covering tea
Yeah,
time.
but that's still it's bang on for somewhere, and it was banging in LA. It was the LA time zone.
12
where
hours
they've
is
got-
bang on.
where they have
Half of
the
day
studios
is
and
bang on
and the
time.
lots to film these footages. I just think it's a conspiracy theory that
I'm
lines
happy I
up
started this
more than
debate. It's
any
worked
other
out
thing
very
about
well.
going to the moon.
I don't think it lines
But is it
up.
lined up because of people
lines up more
over
than-
analysing certain things?
It's been made to line up.
Yeah.
I
Like
don't think
going,
it has
oh yeah,
been
it was
made to-
publicised
it's not-
in Russia. Where is the proof that it was publicised in Russia as greatly.
Well,
You know how badly how bad they cover up achievements by other countries, that all over the Western world it's reported that America broke the speed of sound first, and it was Chuck Yeager that did it. The Nazis broke the speed of sound before America, but it didn't get reported anywhere here.
yeah, but that's
It's
that-
not even a lot
that's-
of history textbooks. You have to look for the ME 262, is it?
Yeah, but
What, the
that,
plane?
that's gonna be
Yeah.
like that. If the Nazis
Oh,
discovered
I'm not
it,
sure what the
I'm
plane
guessing in
was.
the war.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the war, do you really think the Nazis are even going to publish that? And
Yes, if they
it's going
broke
to
the
be
speed of
hidden away. Like
sound.
they're not. They're not going to publish
makes-
that.
Why would you want to let people know what you've
We
done?
have
They
these-
wouldn't
we have this
publish
thing broken.
that they broke the speed of sound.
Why would you?
Because
Why would you want to tell people
the
that?
propaganda machine. We are the most advanced civilization, therefore we are Aryan.
No, but
Yeah,
right. so
exactly the
when they-
reason why we were why America were racing Russia to the moon.
Why were we not involved?
No, but in terms of the
Oh, we
speed of
don't
sound
have the
barrier,
money for that
don't
sort
have
of
the
thing.
money.
really, if we'd have broken the Enigma code, would we have told the America? If we'd have told America that we'd broken the Enigma code, and then the Germans had realised they'd broken it from us telling them,
Who was that?
do you really think that would have gone down well? It's like
But
if they had
think
said,
the
"Oh yeah,
Enigma
we've broken
code-
the speed of
That's about
sound,"
the
and then all
code.
the English engineers are going to have
That's
to
the
go,
code.
"Well, we need something to break the speed of sound because they know it." That's
No,
the kind of
everyone
thing.
was working
that's
on
a,
it.
That's
It's
a
not like it
quiet
was a
little
secret.
The Russians had
thing
jet
to have
engines
that no one
At the
knows.
end of World War Two.
All of the big countries were working on breaking the speed of sound, but Nazis got there first.
Yeah.
America and England were racing each other, and that was the big race of the time. America versus England to break the speed of sound.
Why was
with
we
the
racing the
jets.
America? What?
And the Nazis
Because
got there
they're
first, but
friendly
it's still about who got it
allies.
first.
Yeah, but did the right? So, what if they didn't publish? If they wouldn't publish it, then or
The
no
Nazis
one found
published
out.
it. We didn't publish it.
So why is it not? But then surely, when did it come out?
Because we don't want to admit the Nazis were better at something than us.
Their
when did it
scientists
come
were
out then?
amazing.
They would have
Heil
won the
Hitler.
war if they hadn't have done off with their Jewish scientists. It was their Jewish scientists that made the nuclear bombs.
Well, they said as well, though, it was the politics, like that jet engine plane, the twin engine one, could have been built earlier in the war, but the politics slowed it down to when most of the factories were blown up and all the manufacturing was gone. So then they could only slowly bring them out. Where if, when they gone, right, here's the plans, we've got this down schematically. And if they went, right, there's the factories, build it, that could have potentially turned the tide of war. It was just the bureaucracy behind it.
That
Yeah,
makes sense.
Countries don't
'Cause
like
Hitler
when
turned
other
certain
countries do
plans.
things better than them if they're enemies.
Because
No.
Battle
Yeah.
of Britain, if they changed from attacking RAF bases instead of cities, because Hitler changed that, the directive for the Luftwaffe was
The Wunderwaffe.
to attack bases.
They were attacking the radio telephone lines, weren't they? And then
Yeah,
they changed
well
it
then-
to cities.
Hitler said, right, this is taking too long. Break the morale of the people by blowing, up the cities, and that will break the morale. If they had kept on just bombing the airfields, we couldn't have mounted a
Flow and anything.
Yeah,
It's such on a knife edge shit like that, isn't it?
Like, Dunkirk, there was a tank regiment outside of Paris, and Hitler had told them, don't move
Yeah.
unless I give the order. Hitler was having a nap during
What a guy.
and no one had the balls to go wake him up.
I would have woken Hitler.
No,
Silly
it wasn't
Hitler.
that. That was D-Day. That was D-Day. They didn't wake him up.
Oh, yeah.
But
I just-
Dunkirk was they
I only learned they were
waited
different
all
things
the
when the film
artillery.
came
The different things.
So, be quiet. This is not helping your moon argument by saying that.
No, but they're different things.
Dunkirk and D-Day. We never covered them in history. Like we obviously we know. I know what
You guys
D-Day
did
is,
history.
but we'd never been taught about Dunkirk in history.
Watch it on
To be fair, we
Netflix on the World War II in colour. It's like 40 minutes of an episode. It tells you like how it happened and what went down. It's fucking interesting. Well,
What do you think about the? I can't remember what it's called. about the people that took a load of people, about scientists took a load of people and locked them in like a house or like a room. It's kind of like Big Brother, but without food and water. That one.
That's a theory.
That's
a theory.
terrifying,
It's
man.
not proven. If
No,
it
it's
is or not.
fucking messed up.
People
Is
think
that
it's-
because they're
Very sure about
withholding
that,
the
though.
information though?
No, they think it could be potentially because the communists did do like in Soviet Russia. Some of the scientists was just, oh yeah, go on.
Why would you do
Go
this?
that."
Why would you
See
do
what
this?
They were kind of left to their own devices, so it
They
could have been
verge
like
on war crimes. Some of the experiments.
Well, with the dog,
they would
they
be war
severed the
crimes.
dog's head from the body, but he kept it artificially alive. That's where open heart like plants came from. But someone had to go give him that like permission to go. Yeah, just go cut apart a dog.
Yeah, yeah.
Nah, but the weird bit is when like the guy's just randomly speaking. Yeah, like, after a while, he just give up and he just starts speaking to the camera. Goes up to it and just starts speaking to it. I was pretty fucked up when I watched that bit.
Have you ever seen?
There's no video though. There's just
Audio.
Like, it's the
it's
story.
audio.
There's a picture in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's,
I have
I think
heard
it's an
audio,
so that's real.
adaptation.
Yeah, you can.
That's another one of the moon situations
I
of
haven't
is it
heard
real?
The audio. I've only heard like the story. Because potentially, you could make a gas that would stimulate you to the point where you can't sleep, and
Oh,
your
yeah,
mind
definitely.
You would
probably
go into
be unable
insomnia.
to process information. Like your mind would be unable to process information at a certain point because it just
Mine
it's
doesn't
running
process information
24/7.
anyway. It's got to that point for
Your
me.
brain is running 24/7 until you die.
Finish a constant Russian sleep.
They'd be like, "Why is it not working on this kid?" And I'm like, "Fucking good luck."
Give me
No,
another
just
Red
give me an
Bull.
Xbox and a mount. Xbox and mounted you for life.
Have you ever heard about the experiments
New flavour,
where
yeah.
they were following people's compliance,
What's compliant?
and they had someone in another room? Whether you do what you're told to do by your superior.
Oh, that would.
So they had
Oh,
people
with
in
the shot
another
one?
room. They thought they had people in another room, and you had to turn the voltage up and shock them if they got a question
yeah.
wrong.
Yeah,
And they got told
Milgram.
that these people were being hurt, and they played screams into the room, even past the point they were told this voltage could kill them. And the
Oh,
people
I know
just
what you're
kept
about, I've
pressing
heard
the
of it.
button, kept pressing it, kept going,
Yeah,
and it's just people will do what
I
they're
wouldn't.
told
I couldn't do it.
so badly.
yeah.
What
But
conditions
you don't
they
know if you're in
engage
that
though, aren't
situation.
No, I.
That's what they look into with the Nazis and
think
stuff
you
like.
go
Why do
to-
people
you
do
go-
it? But they just comply.
You go to school from 3. You're conditioned to follow.
No, but
rules,
I've
aren't you?
only.
You look at the teacher, and
I've never really.
yes, you might have a problem with authority, but
I've never really.
But
You would still
Is it
follow
there, I
it.
think
You still.
it's
go
either
in the
Darren
routine,
Brown
don't
or
you?
I
Vsauce
never
or
followed
something.
rules until the point of where
It's
I was
interesting.
like on the verge of like I'm doing really bad things. Like I'd say I'd rather break the rules than I'd rather follow the rules.
But did you also see the experiment that they did in the US, where they picked out students? Half were the guards, half were the
Yeah,
prisoners.
Stanford.
Yeah, the Stanford
Stanford.
prison experiment.
Yeah.
No,
and
what was the
guards
experiment?
became more ruthless because they went to the guards, right? Do what you need to do to
Get people to work.
be, so they don't take shit. And they like made their own like solitary confinement cells, like started
Oh my
beating on the
God.
things, and
Yeah, made them do press ups and made them imitate like sex and stuff
Ooh.
like that. This is like
Free
2
porn?
days in a fake prison environment, just by giving them like glasses, like aviator glasses that were like,
it was the power of the
mirrored.
uniform, wasn't
just-
it?
yeah. But like they did everything because I had to do that for psychology. The guy didn't even properly brief them. He just sent an advert in the newspaper for students to participate in it, and then he'd randomly select from the people that entered it what they were going to do. So he would get those people that were the guards to get picked up by real police officers and taken
and
taken
brought
So
there
would he not
to
look
the
at
jail cells. So they
their
feel
record,
like
like
they got arrested.
what they've been
They were
like?
there for 4 days. They were given like
Would
Ah,
they not
Has
look
he didn't
at
properly overview
like-
as well?
like how they've done in school and stuff like, or they just pick them?
They They
I
have,
just pick
when they
them
do
randomly.
it, well, nowadays when they do them, they have to screen everyone to make sure it's
Yeah.
not going to have like a deep psychological effect.
No, but I
on
mean, like, did the
Or
people that they
yeah,
picked,
that's
did they
what
pick them for a
someone
specific reason, or just pick them?
I
Back
think they
then
put
it
out
was
an
random,
application
wasn't it?
thing.
Because what I'm thinking
Yeah.
is,
Yeah.
But I
well,
think
if you
these
pick
things,
certain
because
people,
these
you know
things
what you're going to
happen,
get, probably.
They change it. I think they did do an interview where, so they'd gone, right, we want these candidates, right, he's got a little bit of a mean streak, we'll put him as a guard. He's got a slight problem with authority, we'll put him as a prisoner. You know, to
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of, so that prisoner would then instigate the guard. And some of them still have PTSD over it.
Yeah. They some
Yeah,
some of them have to
there's a
quit for like
Netflix drama.
psychological reason after 2
So I have to
days.
screen everything when they do them now.
Yeah.
Have you
They,
ever
made,
heard of
they
the
literally
trolley
made the
problem?
cells though in the basement of the psychology department.
The trolley problem. Where
Did we run out of trolleys?
you got a trolley cart. You know the train trolley.
Oh.
You got
Oh,
a
the
trolley on a
train
train
tracks,
track. Yeah, and you've got one worker on one side of the train tracks and 5 workers on the other side, and the trolley's going towards the 5 workers, and you have the switch to switch it onto the other track. Do you pull the switch, or do you let it hit the 5 or pull the switch?
Do I get to know who they are and what about them, or do I just have to pick?
No,
No,
it's an
these are just
instant
random
thing.
people.
Then I'd pick.
Because this is where the whole, like, auto driver comes in. How is this robot
What
going to
if
figure
they
out?
actually did it? They did the trolley problem in real life with real people.
No.
On
What happened?
it's on YouTube on Vsauce on one of his videos, and only about I think they did 15 people or something like that. Only 2 people switched the tracks.
It's the panic, though, as well, of that situation.
I
isn't
think
it?
I'd switch.
Well, most people look around for.
I
someone
think I'd
else.
switch.
Most people look around for a more authoritative figure to do it.
Because then again, from going to what we said with the whole authority thing, where we are conditioned to follow rules.
Yeah,
Here's a big decision. What are you gonna do?
you don't want the blame if it's not the right decision.
No, but it's like that's
It was a really
what would you say?
interesting thing, actually.
That's 5 more chances of something more successful than 1.
There you are.
Yeah, everyone
Yeah.
says I'd switch. Well, everyone says I would like to
But
switch
it's-
the tracks. I'd like to think
it's in
I was the
theory
person that
and in
could switch the
practice.
tracks. Everyone that you interview says I would like to.
Personally,
switch the
I'd
tracks.
stop
And
the
then
train.
When they actually ran it, only 2 people did it. You
That's
can't.
not
It's
an
beyond
option.
the point of no return. That was.
No, but that would have been my first answer. I would have been like, just stop the
They
train.
had to screen all these people. Like they didn't know it wasn't real. That they'd filmed it all
Oh.
and stuff like that. It was interesting.
They're
People having like
bordering on
mental
unethical,
breakdowns.
aren't they?
Well, that's why they have to screen everyone to make sure
See,
they're not going to get PTSD.
I don't know. It's like
Voice.
Well, you can't even screen people for
No,
that though.
that's
If it's
You
a
gotta
social
that's
experiment.
something only
no,
you
there's
can
also
handle.
Exactly,
Universities
that's what it's all
reject
It's
about.
something only you can handle.
Most universities that they said, will you back us to do this experiment? Most universities said no.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
You can just. I think there are tests to see if people are more vulnerable
Pressure.
to. Or that sort of.
It's like taking a penalty
Even
shootout,
though
isn't
they
it, for to
didn't
save your
kill
life?
People, it would still play on their mind.
It's like taking a penalty shootout to save your life. If you miss, you're dead. Like, does that will influence where you put the shots and that, like, how much power you want to put in it, how accurate you're going to be.
Do you go
Sounds
for the
like a
safe
Black
one or the
Mirror
more likely
episode.
one?
Yeah, are you going to go for the safe one or the ballsy one where there's high chance of it just fucking up?
I feel like I just plug other people's shows on this, but another good
keep
Darren
doing
Brown
it.
one.
I don't give a fuck. It gives us
The
something to
Darren
talk
Brown
about.
one was they tried to convince someone to push someone
The
off
zombie
roof.
one.
No, have you ever seen The Push?
It's a great
called.
show.
I think it's on Netflix actually. He had to convince the guy to push a man off the roof, and the way he did it was amazing. Like the way he convinced them to do it. But they had
My mum and
5
dad
people
had-
doing it. Only one of them didn't push the man off the roof.
Why?
My mum and dad had seen it though, and they were saying usually where it shows all of his like deconditioning of these people,
Oh no.
it didn't show it this time, and they kind of got annoyed at that. Going, did they actually take care of him afterwards? Like,
Yeah, normally he does. He's really careful with all
'Cause
that stuff, isn't he?
because he was having
Yeah, it's a
the
good point,
guy who said
actually.
no was having the problem, wasn't it? Where like his brain and the programming were kind of conflicted in it, then it's just fucking
God,
up
it
It
his
was sort of like
brain.
giving him an epileptic
Yeah,
fit,
he really did
but it
that.
wasn't the epileptic. So just a fit.
Well, some of the people that did push the guy off the roof, were like crying as they pushed him off the roof, but they still did it. What?
Do we know why they were pushing him off the roof, or was he just trying to convince them to do it?
Yeah, you see the whole thing. You see the whole way they've convinced them to push him off the roof. It's down to
I'm guessing
compliance
he's a
and
bad
doing
guy
what
and
people
stuff
tell
like
you.
that. Someone
No,
said
he's
he's a bad guy.
he's actually a nice guy. they present him as a nice guy and all this. He's like donating money to charity, but they get themselves into a lie, and then they get them so deep into the lie that then they feel like pushing them off the roof is the only option to not get arrested themselves.
Yeah, makes sense.
It's really clever though.
It's like the one on Netflix, The Staircase. Did he push her down the stairs or no? Or was it the owl?
Which
Yeah,
stick?
Have you not seen it?
Which
It's
one?
called The Staircase. It's like a more
Darren
than
Brown
breaking a
one?
murder kind of thing.
It's they go to court and everything about it, like it's real shit. And it's like
I haven't seen it. I have to give it a watch.
it's about, did this guy push his wife down the stairs, or because it's weird because when she falls down the stairs and they see her, she's covered in feathers and everything, and everyone's like, well, how's she covered
Yeah,
in
there's
feathers?
loads of like they analyze the blood spatter.
Yeah, and all like, where would these feathers have come from, or
Yeah,
was there windows open in the house and shit like that?
and he's pushed. And he's been there's another former wife of his died or something.
Yeah, his former wife, something like that,
he
died.
he was a gay man, and then his gay lover's wife also got pushed down the stairs that he was involved with. Stuff like that.
I thought I was aiming.
Oh.
Wow. I just tested Daniel's compliance. I told him to press X.
No, this is a huge one.
Yeah.
This is my mum.
No, you've got this.
That's my mum.
Anywhere near me and it'll kill me. Perfect. Compliance.
Jump, push off the roof. He's done it.
See, is anyone like that? Is anyone like that in video games? That's where like
I feel terrible if they make me feel guilty for killing someone in a video game. I feel really bad.
that's why I like playing Telltale games.
I don't think so. I play with you on the chicken horse.
Yeah, that's
You have killed me
used.
many
I
a
don't care, I'm
time.
killing yous. That's why I don't really play Telltale.
I love Telltale games. I love
or
stuff like that.
Last of Us and stuff like that.
I love watching.
Oh, the decisions I made.
Well, there was one that did my head in Skyrim where to join like the Assassin's Guild.
You went, right, you've got to kill this person that's got the contracts on him. And there's 3 people in the room. And no matter who you kill, it doesn't go, yep, that was right. So you're going, kill the right person.
It's sort of like with Telltale games. It's a good way to watch what people think that way. Because I'll play it.
Oh, I loved watching Callum play them because I was telling him to kill everyone. But I knew if I was playing it, I wouldn't be able to kill anyone.
So you were sort of like influencing. You were sort of influencing people to do what you wanted to do, but you couldn't physically do it.
Yeah, just to see what happened.
That's interesting.
You about the new Black Mirror film?
What's Black Mirror?
It's interactive, isn't it?
Bandersnatch.
Which it sounds like
Yeah, it's called
a Telltale thing.
Snatch, isn't it? Yeah, it's
Yeah,
essentially you
it's
pick
just
the plot
Black
of the
Mirror.
film.
Don't think I can watch that by myself. I'm gonna have to wait till we get back to the flat. And you
What's
can watch
Black Mirror?
it.
Okay. The Black
Oh,
Mirror
there's
is
a
a
squad?
TV
You must have
show.
watched
No.
Black Mirror.
It's a TV show where
It'll be
each
like in,
episode is
Red
different,
Dead Redemption,
and it's a different
where it
theme,
gets the
and it's
most
a different
options.
thing. Yeah,
Well, that was a fucking waste.
it's good though, Finn. If you want something more serious than a rom-com.
Thanks.
It's not a
usually
binge
dark.
watch.
Yeah, it's
not a
usually
binge
dark. You want
watching
one
thing, Finn.
episode at a time, and it kind of it's
You want one
each
episode a
episode
month.
is a different world, and it's
If
about
that.
technology and how bad it is in the world. But it's like each episode's a different. It's hard to explain.
These are like, oh, after a night out where you're still tired, come downstairs, Dan. Watch this. or a paedophile.
And there's a lot
like,
of bit of nose that I've
Let's
seen
watch
before.
an hour and a half of me sympathising with a paedophile or I don't know as a paedophile.
The fuck?
And then like, Dan. Now watch VGHS where they just do loads of drugs.
And
Blue
get
Mountain
fucking
State just
baseball
the
armour.
drug Olympics.
Oil change.
I've never had this experience. The experience I had was
Like, you
watching
never know what's
whatever
gonna
the
happen
the thing.
the morning after a night out.
We
with
lasted the
these two.
thing. We lasted 5 minutes.
Yeah, about 20 seconds.
5 minutes.
of
Me
it.
and Savage took the piss out of it, and Palsy just turned it off.
Finn, we watched the whole of Wisdom.
That's very true. That's a conspiracy film. Did she land on the witch, or did the witch purposely put herself there?
Have you seen all the things
I've never heard
about,
that conspiracy.
No, I just
not
made that
about
up
Wizard
then.
of Oz, but it's reminding me of the Small World ride.
Oh, that's vital.
Have you seen all the
Me,
pictures
me.
all the creepy Disney pictures.
Oh nah, bro. Me and Neil
creepy ones,
watched an
like,
entire documentary about Disney rides.
Creepy stuff in Disney.
So there's one, the Small World ride, which if you've ever been on,
It's
Disney,
fucking weird.
It's kind of mildly. It's pretty nice as a kid, but the more you get older, it's fucking creepy. It's loads of different
It's a
dolls singing one
small
song.
after
And the child
all.
singing and
Victorian
they depict
rhymes.
different cultures all the way around this like gentle.
Even scary for me
boat
and Finn
ride,
if we went on
essentially.
it, they'd kidnap us and strap us to the ride.
We are small enough to be one of them kids.
You're amongst the little people.
We've never had a
now.
Chilean little boy.
Nah, like
How do I fire? I've literally forgot how to fire
But
the thing.
there's one picture where it's like it shows you the roof of the Small World ride, where it's got all the dolls in the background, and you can just see hang above is a little rope with it. It looks like a kid's hung themselves on it.
I've seen it.
And the ride was like shut for like 3 days, and there was ambulances around it and stuff like that.
me and Neil. I remember me and Neil
I think it's
once.
probably real, but there's loads of stuff like because have you heard about how Disney works? Like the theme park day today is that because my mum's had loads of people work there before from like a drama stuff, and underneath each park in Disney is like a huge
Walt Disney's
tunnel
head.
system which goes to every corner of each park.
Yeah.
I've heard about
that's
that,
how-
so you don't see someone in the wrong place.
Yeah, so that's how the characters get really quickly because you don't have to walk through crowds of people.
So you
So,
don't see
but there's
people in
loads of
Marvel
creepy pictures like that where it's like from the 90s and it's like Mickey Mouse just walking around these massive corridors that you never ever see. Disney never let you see any of these pictures.
Now I remember
Like, one or two of them, it's
me
like,
and Neil
oh,
were
creep, that's what Disney
watching
makes
one
creepy.
about.
I know that the Treasure Island
what was
one,
it?
the skeletons were real at the start because they were real skeletons were cheaper than fake skeletons
Is that
when they
the
first did
Pirates one?
yeah.
Pirates of the
But that's the
Caribbean
only reason because it was cheaper to have real skeletons than
Me
fake.
and Neil watched one about a girl
and
getting
you'll be
crushed.
able to tell us
Creepy,
one day what your Neil thing
We watched one about a girl getting. It was one of them rides. Do you know where you go through and it constantly?
Oh, now that you
I'm giving up.
No,
Go
I
on.
really wanna hear
Nah,
this
fuck
one.
it now. It's one.
I'm not
Go on,
the one
Finn.
that's
It's one of them rides.
I'm not going to tease your dick one more time.
One of them rides where you don't move, but all the walls like move around you. Like you just move in a straight line, all the walls like change around you. It was like one like that.
like a Willy Wonka.
It was kind of like that, yeah.
Yeah, I've been on a Willy Wonka ride and one at Alton's.
And a girl, like there was a story about a girl apparently got off the ride at one bit and apparently got crushed between two walls and wasn't seen for like 3 days until the staff found her like 3 days later, and it was like really fucked up.
Oh my
And they didn't
God.
tell anyone for fucking hell. Just ruined the game.
He's just landed in Janet.
Landed in Janet.
That's creepy, that though. Imagine being the staff. They never even think about that. You know, when you're screening the things, you'd be like, Jesus.
That's why I couldn't work there.
Just coming across shit like that would sky you.
It's like imagine the staff have to test the rides before it. I couldn't do that. You know, like before they started each day, they'll start it by itself and then they'll get on and try it and then they'll open it up. I couldn't do that.
That's why
Couldn't do it.
I think that's why I like the Final Destination movies because it's like, oh, if this one little thing happened, like
Completely changes the course of time.
How would it? Yeah,
Like a
like,
butterfly
just that
effect
one
type
little
thing,
thing.
isn't it?
That's why
Yeah.
that PS4 game's really good.
That
What's
Until
PS4
Dawn.
game?
Oh, what is it? Until Dawn. Until Dawn.
Playing on Xbox.
Do you not mean thingy?
It's Until Dawn, isn't it?
What is it? Detroit Becoming Human? That's where you make all of the...
No, it's Until Dawn.
The android.
By the way,
Until
just still
Dawn.
playing on Xbox.
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, you should have got a PS4 then, Daniel. Could have been playing Spider-Man.
Or
No, guys, I think Xbox's exclusive Sunset Overdrive is worth buying an Xbox One.
whoa, Xbox has got Halo.
Daniel's trying to get a
Xbox got Halo.
Halo game that hasn't came out.
If
since
anyone
Xbox
would like to sponsor
original.
the pod, please do.
If anyone would like to sponsor this podcast, that's going to go
Wouldn't
to
it be sick
fucking
if you
shit.
get sponsored
Sponsor
by
us now.
peas? The peas in it.
No, we're four. There's four of us
Bear
now.
peas, don't you mean? I want bear peas.
Bare peas. Go back to land training.
I want bare peas.
I need
They were an
to.
exercise.
I need to.
I feel like this podcast would be better,
Land training's still on.
more like, not games. If we weren't playing a game, because I feel like the people would watch the game more than listen to us at this point in time.
I don't think we could just sit round a table
I could.
and talk
I
like
could.
this, though.
100%.
I
Put
think
a
so.
few-
With the
put a few
biscuits,
cans in
else
front
we would've
of-
fucking left the room.
I wouldn't
Fancy
have
with a
stopped.
gun.
I never stopped.
Took a picture of the chocolates out.
No, but how good?
With the
No, but you think about it.
That's great.
You think about it. That would be content if Pouty FaceTime us and recorded it,
Yeah.
and I just put it in with the video. How sick would that have been for the podcast?
I feel like
you know
with
what
the
to do.
podcast, we'd go and get drinks too often. That's the only thing I think.
What, we drink too much?
Yeah, but you just set
I'm
along
guessing
an
you
hour.
stopped
We can go an
recording
hour
now,
without
Finn.
a drink.
Yeah, we'd still go in now. We're at
Probably
52 minutes.
You can't stop recording halfway through a game. People will want to watch the
That's why I'd rather it not be a game. That's why I'm tempted.
If you're here for the game,
That's why I'm tempted when we next do the
Welcome
podcast just to
back.
record my face.
you're most welcome.
Just my face.
for the podcast.
Everyone wants to just see just me.
Set up a table, Finn. We'll be around.
It'd be sick though, wouldn't it? Oh, I just skipped my go because I didn't realise.
I would like to do a pod.
The problem would be getting microphones for everyone.
I feel like a
Wales
football
podcast
one's
then.
actually quite niche.
What? A slide tackle.
Gerard!
Jerry
Call that
McCall.
Liam Sol Campbell.
The only problem with making a podcast would be
Yeah, just do the
is
Wales
getting mics for everyone. That would be the only problem.
Some worms prefer to watch the world burn.
Yeah. No, I'll sit the headset
No,
on.
because we just put like a
One mic between us.
mic on the table or something that was sat round.
No, everyone's got a dictaphone on their phone. There's an app to record memos and stuff.
It's syncing all them up.
Yeah, oh yeah, I've got a.
Oh, that's no problem. I'm not editing.
Well, thanks.
Yeet.
What if we sat with our headphones on around the table?
What, like monks?
It's exactly what
Can't
I've
you
just
get a
said.
four-way jack?
Jack
Plug
off.
that into your phone, and then
I mean,
the
it sounds like it.
We'll ask
Are we all gonna jack off together?
yeah, stand in a circle. Get your jack, plug it in, and you just go to
Patsy's
town.
got
A good way could
all is
a good way could be like just Skype, and I'll just record the Skype call and
It is the taking part.
No, I do not consent to that call being recorded for marketing or research purposes.
You don't want to see the things that have my computer screen.
I do actually have a dictaphone if you want it.
I don't know what that is.
You do what with your phone?
What's a dictaphone?
Hey, Becky,
Dial
I'm
it.
sending you a pic.
Dictaphone.
Dial a dick.
A dick to what?
Dictaphone. Finn, it's an old
Dick to the
tiny
phone.
device that was used to recording voices.
It's where you get your dick,
It's not. It's what
and then
journalists
duct
use when
tape
they
it to
do
your penis.
a press conference.
You get
It's
your
an
phone.
old-
I've never heard of this, you
You
know.
know when you see Marco Silva doing like a pre-match.
Where is
and
this?
they all put their
What's
little
it
machine
called?
at their front.
I'll just put like
It's just a
It's a
device with
dictaphone.
a speaker on it.
It's essentially a microphone.
Why does it not exist on the App Store?
It's a tape recorder.
It's a tape recorder.
People
Oh,
don't
you put tape
use it
recorder?
anymore 'cause it's just on the phone.
where is it on just the phones?
Essentially,
Where is it on your
microphone
phone?
that you can plug in.
I appreciate
It's
that
not
Finn's
called
now looking
dictaphone,
for
it's
a
called
dic-
voice
a
memos
dictaphone
now.
more than playing the fucking game. I've still got another 23
The
seconds of
Our
it.
poor fans have 3 views. They're really
Oh my god, what have I just
quality gaming.
Nah,
sad
I
thing
don't-
is,
I
though,
don't think
Were the
don't
three
think I'll
views
watch
for
this
this?
one. Nah,
Yes,
I'm not
we
watching
are.
this one. It's too long.
Where is this
Yes, we
dictaphone
are.
just on your phone? Where is it?
It's called voice memos now. It used to be
Yeah.
called.
It's actually a thing.
Yeah,
Yes.
you can record voices. So, I mean, if you plugged headphones into your phone, you could get the.
Oh my
voice
God, it's
memos
actually a
and put them
thing?
together if we all sank it properly. If we all
Couldn't you just
synced
get
our
like the
phones at
four-way
that time.
adapter though, and then just have our head?
Skype would just be easier.
Nah,
No.
I don't want what's easy for you. We don't do things because they are easy, but because they are hard. JFK.
Why do you think he's doing a degree in aerospace engineering?
We'll go back to the moon landings and start.
Hey, I've just got voice memos going.
I haven't.
That is not
Tune in
JFK.
next week with JFK.
That was the joke.
Was it though?
I finally figured out what voice memos does on your phone now.
Yes. Yeah, man.
I have 5 exams in 2 weeks, and I'm up till 2 in the morning talking about chocolate bars and voice memos.
An anal.
So they're called chocolate bars?
We were talking about chocolate bars, yes.
No.
Oh shit! I dropped my fucking controller.
Yeah, you drop your fucking
Were you
banana bomb
using
as
it
well.
anyway?
Did I throw a banana?
Dropped your gay card. Nah.
So might go. No, but I just feel like Skype would be so much easier. But you guys want to make it hard for me.
Yes.
I'd love to make it hard for you, Finn.
So what are we going to record it on?
Leo would.
Oh, I've just realised one of
way.
these. Fuck it. One of these is my worms.
Hey, there was 4 of mine together, and I fucking went right next to it with a holy hand grenade just to get the other guy that wasn't mine. And I've killed all my team.
Yes! He's gotta be dead.
All good things must come where there is fish. There is
Well, this has been to be honest, for a first podcast, 56 minutes long right now in, I'd say it's gone pretty successful.
Fucking hell.
I think we've had some actual good
We
topics
have,
as
I
well.
know.
We got serious in the middle for a little
I
bit.
just front flip for style. I'm not even going to lie, I don't remember the last time I played the Worms.
Press X.
Today.
Finn just drive-bys people.
I've just...
Are you from Mexico?
Only person I've seen use the Uzi.
You use it twice today. I won't forget that. I'll take that to
I want you to watch the podcast and watch it specifically for the game of how many times I shoot the Uzi.
Specifically.
Oh, that again. Specifically how many times I use the
Don't
Uzi.
watch it Atlantically. Wow, I like the way you jumped into the explosion. that was style.
I feel like in a movie.
Man, I know you
you've got a
hate
bit of
Daniel,
blowback,
but you
there
can't
you've got
deny
nothing.
he's got style. All way over here, man.
No, there's one above you.
All the way
no,
from
there's a bit
Cheshire,
there.
England.
There's a... Oh, where's my
It's
flying
me,
fish?
yellow.
I get that cat in the hat joke.
Thank you, Pouty.
I started singing "I'm sending Conrad away," and my brother got so confused.
I'm sending Conrad
Daniel away and he'll-
away.
Nope. I feel like that needs to be into a meme.
I feel like we've just found the title for this podcast.
I'm sending Conrad away.
I started singing sending Conrad away whilst my brother was there.
I'm not going to military school, Larry.
I'm gonna have to watch back this podcast just to watch if there's actually anything interesting we talk about.
Joe.
There's probably not.
Balti's just making it rapey.
I mean, we've already pointed out what sponsorship deals we want. And if I go, I think I also watched the new.
Bueno, if you
Yeah,
I think
Dan
that's
Taylor
good.
Brown sponsoring me.
Bueno,
Sponsoring Daniel.
if anyone's near this
Fancy being sponsored by the four.
and Cat in the Hat,
So people recognise them as a chocolate.
Come on, Larry. I'm available, and you can shove 4 fingers in.
I'm just gonna put out there now. Bueno, if you're listening, any chance in the world you're listening, just
How
come
he's just gonna come roll.
contact my YouTube email, please.
Just
Thank you.
You've not seen me post Christmas, then.
But I want to. What do you mean post Christmas?
Sorry, no.
I'm depressed because I eat, and I eat because I'm depressed.
It's my go. I've just realised.
You really are a fart boss. Give me my baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back ribs.
It's my go, by the way. I didn't even realise. No one even warned me.
Phil waits 80 seconds to get down to the...
Got to get them podcast seconds in, haven't you?
Gotta get the mid-rolls.
Listen, we just hit an hour. That's why I was drawing it out.
By the way, this podcast is brought to you
Worms Battlegrounds. Thank you, even though you're not sponsoring us.
You did with our games at gold because we pay for that membership.
I'm pretty.
This podcast is brought to you by Boost Bars. If you need a dildo and you're in a pinch, put me in the fridge.
Also, if you need it for just regular use,
All vaginal contortions due to Boost Bars are not up.
Oh my god. Imagine if I tried to tried to make a podcast thing for Spotify. They would not let me upload this.
You could just bleep out all the nasty stuff.
Do you mean the entire podcast?
Welcome to the podcast today, week beginning. Thank you for tuning into this podcast. Oh, good show.
Hey, Lucky, time to die.
Wow, the speed of the bullet.
So all I need to know is I need to...
Oh no.
Maybe Aki is Jewish.
Is Aki alive?
Oh,
Aki's alive?
Ah, that's my game.
Oh no.
What did he just say?
you don't. You're gonna have to watch it, Finn. Take a timestamp.
By the way, my gamer tag is Ep.1.
Oh my god, that was brutal.
I think he might have a double. It's the doubler. The doubler.
I'll take second place. Second place in this podcast. Have any of us actually focused on this game, or have we all just been chatting shit?
I'm in chat shit.
Aki's got one.
Please don't kill Aki. Let Aki win. Aki deserves
With
this.
my bros.
Do you not think Aki deserves this win?
Aki will go down with the way he's done to
Oh, he's concrete donkeying me.
with the muscle poke.
He's poking me, no.
The muscle
No.
poke. The
No.
Have you actually won with the prod?
It doesn't
Prod
kill.
get
Apparently,
Yes!
it doesn't do damage.
Kill him.
Aki's gonna get ya.
Oh, there's your title. There's your title.
I really thought the prod did damage.
Hello there.
You're going out.
We will go down together.
You want us to go down together?
Yeah, concrete donkey that.
Oh, we can't get Armageddon.
Hold me.
This'll do. It'll do, donkey. That'll do.
You know what? This. If you can kill me and not
I just killed you.
Oh my
Did I just kill you?
might have done it. I think you might not, but you've not killed yourself.
Oh.
He's died from the war.
No. Oh, fuck off.
Oh my god, I'm alive! I'm alive!
Oh my word, that was close.
6!
We are honorable in victory.
Saturday night, and I like the summer clubs.
It's good that Sal doesn't drive because he's too good at clutching it.
Bye, guys.
No!
Well, guys, this has been the end of this podcast. Hope you enjoyed this shithole of a thing. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay more than actually us.
Oh, I love the gameplay. I won 2
Say how do
games.
you, mom, for